Hi folks, right, back to what was my first love. I've just went back to dry there. There was a bit of paint stuck on there that's been there for ages. There's a new sheet. I'm nearly at the end of the book now. And for those of you that have been following me, I'm sorry if you have to wait for the oils, but I've just done oils and I've done a few watercolours, so I will go back to this freestyle painting. I'm using 5 colours for this one, plus Payne's Grey and White. Don't include those into my colour range, this is a colour range. But these just extend what you've already put down. So I've blanked out a border around this A3 sheet. You can just about see that. I hope it's not going to be too difficult to take off, but I might have to warm it up. But anyway, we've got cadmium yellow. This is the ultra thick stuff. I don't know how much that's going to cost when I've got to renew that one. The yellow ochre, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, and the Payne's Grey. But these are the colours that the three primers and 2, I think it's called tertiary colours. Not sure, but so it doesn't really matter. Right, so let's get in now. Have I got anything in my mind? Well, rough ground, of course, that's always near my mind, near my thinking. I love rough ground. I love texturing. It's so exciting. You know that I don't like doing straight lines and too many buildings and things. I like just the expression of using the paint as with freedom. And so what we do is you get a bit of water on the brush, and as you can see, the brush is very well worn out. I've got, I don't know what I've got on this one. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I'm running this off the battery. All right, okay, so get a bit of Payne's Grey. Just dilute that a little bit and just start. Just bung some stuff on. I got this idea from Marie Louise, the Danish painter. She's really lovely. She doesn't publish a lot, not that many. I publish most days, but she's really opened sort of a door for me with this. And I just love doing it. You can just go as mad as you like with it. You can add a bit of red with that. Wine, well, that's a bit rosy, but a bit of cad yellow. And whatever you put down, you can change, because as it dries, which is very quick, you can go over it and obliterate it, or let some of the previous colours shine through. So there we are. Let's do work on a bit of sky. I'll put in a bit of Payne's Grey in the sky, and a bit of red, a bit of blue. Why not? And just. Right, a bit of red, a bit of ochre, a bit of white. Cover that. This way we're sort of making sort of abstract painting, but with a landscape. I need to just dilute it a bit, otherwise it will just dry too quickly. Yeah, I know I'm going to change all this, so you can just cover up with paint, and while this is going off, well, while this is being applied, this light is drying off down here. You can get some more realistic clouds if you want. Bit burnt yellow. That's a great colour for clouds. Not so keen on that violet-y stuff, but now yesterday we did get about a first good shower of rain in about 5 weeks. And I know the southwest got a bit of a pasting with the thunderstorms yesterday, but I hope we can get something like it here today. It's the sun's shining through a very hazy sky. Oh, got a lovely. I hope this is coming out bright enough. I think it goes a little bit duller when you work off the battery instead of charging it as you sort of go. Let's just get in there. A bit of that. Bit of grass. This is sort of anti-painting, isn't it? Just get the paint on, that's the important thing, and then you can refine it later. Been a nightmare of a morning. My wife's sewing machine, the treadle, caught fire. And then when she turned it off, the machine started working. So we had to go to the sewing machine repair shop. He repaired it a couple of years ago. It's very good, but I visualised where it was. It was about 5-6 miles from where I live. As the crow flies, that is. But I visualised, I used to go to these places years ago when I was working with my carpet business. I would go all over South East London, and I visualised the routes, but completely wrong. And I didn't realise it until I realised I wasn't lost. I knew where I was, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. So I had to come. I was so angry with myself, really, because I just couldn't visualise. I can't visualise any of this, really. I've nothing in my mind other than just the joy of painting. But I would highly recommend you having a go at this sort of thing, because you can learn an awful lot about texturing. It's not detail, it's adding texture to what's already here. Oh, let's get some shadow in there now. A bit of yellow to that. I'll go back to the sky in a minute, just let some of this dry. Now, I don't really like the shape of that tree, it's just a bit too regular. So let's and this paint is probably drying very quickly now. Well, something is happening. Okay, let's change the sky a bit and change the shape of this. So we have a bit of white, a bit of burnt yellow, touch of yellow ochre. Let's just go round it. Then we can add a better shape. Not sure I like that colour. Let's go over some of that with some of this. Well, long and short of it is, I was going to come home and get the sat nav, but I thought, no, I know where it is. But I finally remembered, but I didn't remember it this morning when I set off. I'm in a completely wrong direction, wrong idea. Let's get a bit of orange. I'm not a lover of this cadmium red, I must say. I say it every time. Okay, well that's quite an interesting sky. There's a white and a bit of oh, that's right. Right. I'm just going over it, just trying to find a way through. Oh, I wanted that orange, didn't I? Yellow and a touch of that red. Nice cheery sky. Let's get a bit of lighter stuff down here. Takes quite a bit of covering, but mainly because it's damp. So let's put in some nice green. Go back to that black. Right, we'll develop that one there. will suit big, so much too big. This lump is, so I'm just going to extend that very light colour there. It's not dry. Let's just pick it up, but let's go and work on this foreground here. I'll have a bit of sienna, a bit of white, and a bit of palette colour. Right, a bit of green. Oh, I've got a darker green now. So more shadowy green underneath. When this gets a bit too damp, it will start to buckle. But it doesn't matter because it will to some extent flatten out when you keep it under pressure. Well, that's coming along. Well, that's more. I like those mauvey colours, but I want to just get some texture in here. A bit of red, a bit of yellow. Well, you can do this with all sorts of shapes and just work away. I'm showing you just a way that I do this sort of thing. I'm sure some of you could do a lot better. There does seem to be, and I share this, a general dislike of acrylics. It's not proper paint. It's not proper painting, but it is. It is in every sense of the word. I know I went through the stage as well, where I just painted oil and watercolour, and didn't bother about this fast drying medium. But it's extremely versatile. Let's get the darks in here, where you would expect to find a bit of shadow. Right, a bit of darker green. just the Payne's grey, and right, now we haven't got a lot. Well, I can see a bit there that looks like I put it in as detail, but it's not detail at all. We try to make something that is beautiful, and that's very difficult. I'll just make a bit of orange, a bit of orange. That cad's red is so strong. Cover up bits you don't like, but look, I've got this worn out old brush, but look what it does. So don't throw them away, just reuse them, recycle them. Alright, now, see what we can do anything to that sky. We got that nice light colour here. Just merge some of that. So I think our day's going to degenerate and turn out to be like that with a thunderstorm. Oh, just take it back a notch. Right, let's have a bit of Payne's grey and a bit of this, bit of that. Sort of like a shadow, not a shadow, just a neutral colour. I got that from Marie Louise. Look, it's nothing, but it just adds some more texture. I like it. Put that yellow back over that. I overdid it. Okay. Now I don't really want, I could put some figures in there, but I'm not sure about that. I just wonder if it might be better without figures. I'm not displeased with the sky. That's turned out quite well. Still got the old loft being done over the back there. Put a bit of cloud in there. That's a probably ruin it. Just a bit of light mauve. See, that is so strong. That's a red. This might be a bit heavy. Now, be careful when you do this, because, oops, that's a bit too dark. Got to put the clouds behind the landscape, otherwise it looks as if you're painting around the edge. Oh, look at that. That's all we want. Right, let's go back to that. That was clumsy, wasn't it? It's funny the paint's grey. Well, it's amazing the setback, isn't it? We just need a bit of texture in there, that makes sense. Right, so I need a bit more of that darker green. Right, I think I've done enough on that one. Shall I put a figure in or shall I not? I can always paint over it, can't I? Right, here's my figure brush. We want a bit of orange, I think. A touch of red. Right, so a bit of blue. A bit of a hat. No, we'll have a red or orangey hat. No, I don't like that. Take it out. Right. It's not a good one, is it? No, I can't make it light enough. No, I'll get rid of it. It didn't work. It's not in keeping with the rest of the picture. It's too hard. Let's put a bit of a bit of blue to give a bit of distance. Right, okay, well that's all I'm going to do. I'm not really happy with the left hand side. It's just too samey. Where's this fine? I've done it again. I've got that wretched black on my... Here we go again. Fiddling. The bane of the painter is to do not fiddle. And we'll just get a bit of light yellow and red. Right, I'll go to peel out. Now I reckon that it's not going to be as easy as it looks, because very gently, you can heat it up, but if I do that I'm going to have to mute you or annoy you with my hair dryer. Yeah, see. I do varnish these when I finish, so I'll just get rid of that. I'm putting it at right angles. it seems to work better. Okay. Right. Oh, well, so we've got a few little bits missing, but it will almost disappear when I put some PVA glue on it. You can try it, and well, you can experiment with this by just giving it a coat of gesso or PVA glue before you paint, so it'll seal it. But that's quite flat. Right, here we go. No. Well, there we are. So I hope you like it. It's got its own mount, so 38 minutes. Not bad for what it is. So, well, I can only suggest that if you haven't tried acrylics, you don't. Hobbycraft, local to me, it's been selling these 120mm tubes. Not all the colours you need, but for £120 for £1.20. £1.20? No, it's 120 mils. They're selling them for £2, which is outrageously good value. And you only need 6 or 7. Well, apart from the white and the paint grey on the back. You just need 3 primaries and probably these tertiary ones, and a book and a worn out old brush and water. And some masking tape, of course. Right, okay folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.